These are the doors that led into the training room, right here. So now they use it as storage, I see. A lot of inappropriate interactions happen behind these walls.
No other high school in the entire country had more NFL draftees this year than this one, Colton High School.
Shareece Wright was one of 3 players from the talent-rich class of 2006 at Southern California's Colton High School to be selected in the 2011 NFL Draft.
It was me, Jimmy Smith, and Alan Bradford. I still haven't heard of too many high schools that have 3 players get drafted in the same draft. It brings back a lot of good memories.
Shareece Wright, touchdown Colton.
As much as Colton High School gave to Wright, when his NFL playing career ended in 2018, he began to confront all that it took away.
It brings back a lot of dark memories, the secrets that was being held, you know, and the people that was involved.
For Shareece Wright, the dream of making it to the NFL began here in 2002, playing varsity for 4 years under beloved head coach Harold Strauss.
This is our box drill. What we're trying to do is stand in front.
This is where Wright also met Strauss's daughter, Tiffany, who worked as the team's lone athletic trainer.
It started off normal. It started off, she helped me with what I needed to be helped with. The more and more that, I was around her, things started changing. Got a little bit more and more flirtatious. It just kept getting worse and worse.
As his freshman season progressed, Wright, then 15, says Tiffany Strauss, who was then 21, began to touch him inappropriately during treatment sessions. Sexual contact that he says continued during his sophomore year.
She started performing oral sex on me in the locker room one time after giving me a massage. That's where, it first was happened.
To the best of your recollection, how many encounters like that did you have with Tiffany?
It was a lot. It's more than 20 times, I would say. Outside of the players, there were a few coaches that knew about it.
How did they know?
Because, there were players who talked about it. They call it spatting, is what they call it, getting spatted by Tiff. That was a terminology. And these coaches would make jokes about it.
Do you believe Coach Strauss knew what his daughter was doing?
I've never told him, but, I believe that he should have known.
Harold Strauss died in 2019. Shareece Wright is now one of a dozen men, all former football players at Colton High School, suing their former school district and Tiffany Strauss Gordon, as she's now known. All allege they were sexually assaulted during incidents ranging from 2002 to 2009.
You've got a female, you've got football, you've got the coach's daughter, you've got a permissive school environment where it's allowed to happen. You've got the sort of a perfect storm of sexual abuse that could be covered up easily.
We spoke with one of the other alleged victims, who asked to remain anonymous.
It changes a lot of the way you think. It changes there was a lot of anxiety that caused. It forced me into a situation as a young man that I just wasn't even remotely ready for at that point in time. Some of these guys were 14. We weren't physically, we were larger. Yes. We were children. I was a kid. I was a 16-year-old virgin. That's damaging to anybody at that point in time, anybody at that age. Anybody who speaks of it like it's not a big deal, you've never once heard anybody go through it speak of it like it's not a big deal.
Former trainer at a Colton High School is accused of sexually abusing several football players years ago. She's also the daughter of the team's former.
In the summer of 2022, when school officials received notice a lawsuit was forthcoming, they then notified police, who opened an investigation. Outside the Lines obtained video of this August 2022 interview police conducted with Tiffany Strauss Gordon. who didn't respond to ESPN's request for comment.
Did you ever have any type of inappropriate or sexual relationships with any of the football players from Colton High School during your time there from 2002 to, let's say, 2008?
No.
Do you have any idea why anybody would make these allegations?
How do you file a lawsuit? For money?
I think fundamentally you have to remember that allegations are just allegations. And even if there's 10 people making the allegations or one person making the allegations, it's still just allegations.
And what's your best understanding of when the school district learned of these allegations?
My best understanding is when the lawsuit was filed.
So it's our understanding that there was a report made back in 2011 by a school district employee who spoke with school officials at that time. What do you know about that report?
Not much of anything at this point.
According to that police report, back in 2011, former Colton High School teacher Vladimira Chavez tried to alert school officials about the alleged sexual assaults. But it wasn't until this August 2022 police interview, also obtained by Outside the Lines, that Colton police heard Chavez's story.
Question, why is it coming up now? You reported this incident back when it occurred in 2011 or when you discovered it. Is that accurate?
I was talking to some people, former students, and they had told me these stories. And I'm like, what? So when I found out about it, I reported it to the district office. They had physically seen being done from this employee to students in the training room.
When that employee came forward in 2011, what should have happened?
Child Protective Services, law enforcement, automatic investigation. None of that happened. She got moved to another school.
What was the end result of what occurred in 2010, 2011? I mean, was it just like, okay, nothing happened, see back to work?
Yeah. We didn't really do anything. It was like nothing.
Okay, so
we had a meeting and then that was it. It was like, go back to work.
Okay, so who was present?
After being placed on paid leave in late August 2011, Strauss Gordon was promoted the next day to athletic director at another high school within the district and went on to work there for 11 years. It was only after Wright and others filed their lawsuit in late September of 2022 that Strauss Gordon was suspended without pay.
Here, ready? Catch it. Gotta catch it. Good job.
Now a father, Shareece Wright says it wasn't until 3 years ago that he began to reconcile his past.
Why didn't anyone ever put an end to this back then?
Because we're boys and we're dealing with a female predator. Oh, you guys were boys, you guys knew what you were doing. And that's the perspective and the narrative that people put out.
Oh, good catch.
Any adult having any sexual exchange with a kid is wrong, and it should never happen. And I'm trying to do my best to stop it from happening to other kids.